The long shadows of his cell's bars were cast along Lucien Clay as he lay on his bunk, lost in thought. It was never truly dark down there in the bowels of Laramie Prison. No matter the time of day or night, there always seemed to be lamplight somewhere, as if the dancing flame mocked his confinement. And without windows to the outside world, it was nearly impossible to measure time, except for the strict schedule the guards enforced each day. The guard said the constant light in the dingy prison was for the inmates' safety as much as it was for their own. Clay imagined they also liked the idea that it prevented the prisoners from getting much rest. A weakened prisoner is an easier prisoner to handle. Clay closed his eyes as he thought of the guards. They had been his tormentors all these months, his jailers. But soon, one of them would help him enjoy freedom once more. All he had to do was remain patient. It was never truly quiet in prison either. With so many men living in squalor beneath City Hall, there was always someone sniffling or snoring or sobbing or shuffling. His cell was so narrow that he could easily sit against the bars on one side of his cell and touch the other side with his feet. The cell was just long enough to fit his cot and nothing else. His world had been reduced to a cramped iron cell in the bowels of City Hall. Clay had been locked up many times in many towns and cities for a variety of offenses. Being a vice peddler had its perils, but none of those places had been as wretched as Laramie Prison. He had not been allowed a visitor in more than a month. Not that people were lined up around the block to see him. He had pled guilty to conspiracy to murder Rob Moran, a popular lawman in town. His plea had guaranteed he would not swing for the crime if he agreed to testify against Caleb Hagan, Adam's brother. Sheriff Buck Trammel had also seen to it that Caleb Hagan was put in the next cell to Clay's, which only added to his torment. Clay had decided against wasting money on attorneys and appeals, and put whatever remained of his considerable fortune to better use. He had planted seeds that had already flowered and appeared ready for harvesting. He reminded himself to remain calm, and soon all would be well.